Good morning. First things first. Coffee. Need a coffee. So I'm currently sitting in a car park in Lincolnshire. Why? I hear you ask. Well, why am I doing? Oh, I'm at Rutland Water. I'm at Rutland Water and I'm going to sort of do a bit of a wander, see what's here. Never been here before. And yeah, obviously I'd love to see the Ospreys. Let me just rewind a little bit because I actually went to see Ospreys this morning. Now when I say this morning, like I was up at 1:45 this morning and I drove from Essex to here and I had a paid hide. I paid to sit in a hide with 6 other people and hopefully you get to see an Osprey. What it was a lovely trout farm, trout fishery. No, trout farm, not a trout fishery. And basically the Osprey love it there because it's free dinner and yeah, and they've set up a lovely hide, really sort of low level hide, and it was really, really interesting. Lovely, you know, we couldn't see anything because it was pitch black, obviously. Ouch. I arrived there at 4:30, the gates were open, ushered down into your little box, and then off you go. You know, you wait and you wait until Mr. Osprey decides to come. And now obviously there's no guarantee with any wildlife. And they stipulate that as well, that you know you may not see the Osprey. And yeah, I think it was about 6 o'clock, something like that. He decided to put in an appearance. I think it was just one bird that came. It did dive twice. It was bloody difficult. That's all I'm going to say. Let me just have this coffee. It was difficult. It was very difficult because I planned it all in my head. You know, like as a photographer, you get to that point where you think, actually, I've got all the settings correct. I've got all of the, I've got all the gear and some idea, and you know, all the things, everything falls into place, and you're expecting it to be, you know, the wildlife in one great shot of the Osprey flying in and swooping down and taking it, you know, 4K, 120 frames per second, slow-mo. Doesn't work like that. No. This is real life. So I managed to get something, I think. You know, like most photographers, you get home and then you put it on the computer and then you start crying. But I think I've got some shots. There were some other sightings as well. We did get this lovely kite come in, took a few sort of fish off the top and bothered all the other birds around. So I got some nice photographs of that. There were lots of heron and egrets, you know, a couple of small birds as well. And there was a grey wagtail and a kingfisher flew over the hide, which was nice. But yeah, everything was done sort of between 5:30 when the sun was just peeking through, so it was very dark. My ISO level was screaming at me. And then by the time it got to about 6:30, 7 o'clock, things started happening. But filming Ospreys, and I was filming, I mean, I did want some stills, but I thought, let me just concentrate on doing some filming work. As I started getting into a bit of a flow, by the time the bird had actually shown up, it just didn't do what I wanted it to do, i.e. stop for me to get focus. Then, yeah, it just didn't work like that. So yeah, so I've come down to Rutland Water today to try and get some reprieve, or really to try and maybe, hopefully, I don't think I'm going to see them here, but you know, see what's about really. Very quiet. very quiet. I mean, it's very quiet in here because it's a hide, but it's very quiet out there as well. A few black-headed gull, a few common terns, a few geese, grey legs, swans, lapwings, but nothing that jumps out a mile. I did see an osprey that, as I was walking up the path, it kind of crossed over me to the opposite way. So I might go and have a little wander over the north side. But Lagoon 4 is very quiet. And as the heavens opened, I decided to scrap that whole idea and move on. I'm off to Cley in Norfolk. I'm going to go and see Cley and maybe Titchwell up there, see what's been seen on the marshes. Hopefully maybe some spoonbills and, you know, lots of other wildfowl. So I am, I'm excited. And then I think maybe Monday I might even go on and do Strumpshaw Fen, or might do Pensthorpe. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm out doing a bit of a wildlife trek, and here I am sitting in the car park talking to you. See you in a bit. It's roughly about 2 hours to get to Stiff Key in Norfolk, where I'm going to be camping tonight, and I am feeling pretty knackered, so I'll probably get my head down early and get ready for tomorrow's adventures. Good morning. So I am currently in West Runton. Yes, West Runton. You've never heard of it before. Probably nobody has before either. But I'm here on a whim. I did some research last night in my car, which was very warm and quiet, and had a lovely sleep. I've discovered that there's a bird here that I really would love to film. I'd love to see it, called a hoopoe. Very rare around here. Apparently, according to some of the birding guys over there, he's moved on already. So I don't know, we'll see. But I'm here, I might as well have a little look around. I'm just up the road from Sheringham and Cley, which I'm going to go up to Cley today, do the marshes, do the nature reserves, and hopefully get some lovely birds on view. But whilst I'm here, amazing views, I might as well try and get my birding fix here. Well, it saddens me to tell you that I didn't see the hoopoe, but you got to be in it to win it. So I'm moving on to my next port of call. Minutes up the road and we arrive at one of Norfolk's crowning jewels, the pinnacle of bird watching, Cley Marshes. Beautiful morning now. I am sweating, I'm so hot, carrying all this gear around. I'm finally at Cley Marshes, which is, it's just one of my favourite places to be. There's just huge amounts of marshland, big beds. Let me show you. Hang on a second. How do I do this? Right, there we go. Look at this. Big marshland. Yes, it looks like an open field to most, but here, as I go into deep silhouette, this is all chocker, full of wildlife. It is beautiful. Just over there is Cley Windmill. It's a lovely place. You can stay in there as well. So it is a beautiful, beautiful location. Great for doing, well, doing this. Let me just put you back. Hopefully we are back. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's an amazing place. And yeah, I am feeling a bit tired carrying all this gear. So I've got 2 camera systems. So I've got my stills and close-up video, which is the A7 IV, the Sony A7 IV, 200 to 600 lens, and obviously tripods and all that stuff. And then I've got this thing, which is the A7S III, the 24 to 105, and I'm carrying 2 systems basically. Is it worth it? Yeah, you bet your arse it is. It's awesome. I love doing this film stuff and just kind of being out here. Yes, I'm hot and it's beautiful, but this experience is just awesome. And that's one thing I'm going to do this year. One thing I am going to do this year is not be stuck behind this all the time. You know, you focus so much on getting that subject. Yes, you know, it is important for a lot of people, photographers, videographers, but if you don't look up and actually look at what you're filming, you kind of miss the experience in a way. It seems a bit odd. Yes, you will have it on video, but you don't see it. You know, you see it through a little screen on the back of these things. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do this year. Try to look up a bit more. But yeah, I'm going to have a wander up to the main hides up here, spend a few hours there, maybe do the sea wall at the back, see how that goes, and then who knows, where next?
Said that you've been hurt one too many times before. Ended up staring in the bathroom mirror, crying on your bedroom floor. Baby, you can take my word, you haven't gotta hurt no more. Things about to get much better. I wanna make this forever. I wanna make this forever.
Welcome to my humble abode. This is my makeshift apartment. It's room for one, and basically I sleep in here. So I've taken out 2 seats in the back, bit of hardboard with several very strong legs, and it is pretty sturdy, I have to say. I've put a topper on there, some extra mattressing. Yeah, I still had a bit of a bad back this morning, but it's fairly comfortable, I have to say. I've also kept this shelving, which is a bit annoying because I can't bend my legs properly, but at the same time I do know that I've got security for my camera gear, which is all in the back here. On the left here I've got my clothing, under the footwell I've got food and cutlery, and in the front I've got other rubbish basically. I've got some curtains that I can put across, all the windows are tinted, it's quiet, it's warm, and it's home for one more night. Got everything out of my call box. Here's my call box, which doubles up as a seat for me. And yeah, I'm knackered. I've had a really, really good day. I got up really early this morning, was away by 6:30, and went to chase the hoopoo. Didn't see the hoopoo, but I did see lots of other lovely birds. I stayed there for about 2 hours, and then I came along to Cley, where I did all of Cley. Cley was just beautiful. The sun came out, which was brilliant. And then I raced all the way along the coast to Titchwell, it was about half an hour long, and I did all around Titchwell as well. And then that was it. You know, I'd kind of 6:30, I thought, right, I've got to go. I'm hungry and I'm tired. So I've probably done a good 10 miles today with big heavy cameras and bags. So I feel like I've actually done some exercise this weekend. But yeah, I'm back at this very public campsite, which is cool. You know, for 20 quid a night, you can't go wrong really. But this is my cooking station. So all this stuff fits in the motor somewhere. So table, I've got the Ridge Monkey pans and cooker sets. And then tonight, Matthew, I will be cooking sausage a la bum with special guest star, cheese and barbecue sauce. You know what? It's my last day and I'm going to treat myself to a proper breakfast. All good things come to an end, and where better to finish our wonderful wild adventure than at Strumpshaw Fen. I've chosen this last location to specifically film one of my favourite birds ever, and I'm really hoping that they're out hunting on the marsh today. So I'm now at Strumpshaw Fen. I've been here for about an hour and a half and I've seen loads of lovely bird life. I'm sitting in one of the hides at the moment, as you can probably see, nobody's about. And I am watching marsh harriers, and they're in abundance here. There's so many of them here. Probably I've seen 4 different ones. I've even seen marsh harriers mating, which I've never seen before. So I am very happy. I don't know if I'm a bit shaky on the camera, but hopefully it will come out. But it was such a good experience. And all this just before I head back home, and it has just been an awesome weekend all along the Norfolk coast, ending up here at Strumpshaw. And you know, I'm just looking forward to doing it again in the summer. I get a lot of questions about how to set up my cameras, both my stills and my video camera. Well, how do I put this? Just go on YouTube. I'm not the best person to give you instructions about how to set up your camera because I don't have one single way of doing it. You know, I change my settings. It's a very diverse and very complex system that I use. There's no point in me spending 9 hours talking to you when I could be doing that. Sorry.